That kind of message is exaction. Right now, Pi Network is still in a controlled ecosystem. There is no widely accepted liquid market price you can rely on. So asking how many Pi to be rich is like asking how many loyalty points you need before the store even opens. What actually matters? Real exchange listing, open market, liquidity. Can you actually sell? Utility, are people forced to use it? Without those, your Pi balance is just a number. Nashda. 2. Reality check, not hype. Let's stress test the idea. If Pi launches at $10, you need 10,000 Pi equals $1,000. If Pi reaches $1, you need 1,000 Pi equals 1,000. If Pi somehow hits $10, you need 100 Pi equals 1,000. Now ask yourself, what justifies $10? Where is the demand coming from? Who is buying at that price? If you can't answer those, you're guessing, not investing. 3. The drop your address trick. That last line is a classic engagement bait. It builds comments, it collects wallet data, it creates fake hype. Nobody serious is randomly sending valuable crypto to strangers at scale. At best, it's marketing. At worst, it's set up for scams later. Hala 4. The brutal truth. You don't become rich by holding a random number of Pi. You become rich if the network actually launches properly, real businesses accept Pi, there's sustained demand, not just community hype. Otherwise, even 100,000 Pi dollars in real terms. Price by 2030. We'll break it into 3 scenarios using actual forecasts plus market logic. What current data suggests, some models estimate around 44 by 2030. Others suggest up to 85 max in moderate growth cases. More optimistic analyses give a 2 to 4 door base case, $5.8 bull case. Already you see the problem. The gap is huge equals uncertainty is massive. Scenario breakdown, brutal not hopeful. 1. Failure scenario, most people ignore. Price, other doll. What happens? No real adoption. People dump after unlock. No strong use case. This is not crazy. Many crypto projects end like this. Translation. Even 50,000 Pi equals maybe nothing. Number 2 listic, base scenario. Price, 30 cents at $1. What must happen? Mainnet works properly. Some exchanges list it, limited but real usage. This aligns with most grounded forecasts. Reality math. 1,000 Pi, $300,000. 10,000 Pi, $3,000, $10,000. That's not rich. That's side money. Dash 3. Strong success scenario. Price $2 to $5, stretch $8. What must happen? Real businesses accept Pi. Developers build real apps, strong demand plus controlled supply. Math. 1,000 Pi, $2,000, $5,000, 10,000 Pi, 20,000 to 50,000. Still not life-changing wealth unless you hold a lot. So number 4. Fantasy scenario, be honest with yourself, 100 plus, or GCV nonsense. For this to happen, Pi market cap would need to rival top global cryptocurrencies. Massive global adoption, governments, institutions using it. There is zero current evidence supporting this. The part nobody tells you. Even if price goes up, millions of users hold Pi. When withdrawals open, mass selling pressure. Supply shock can crush price early. This is where most people get trapped. So, how many Pi to be rich? Let's define rich equals $100,000 plus price. Pi needed. 0.5, 200,000 Pi and 100,000 Pi. $5, 20,000 Pi and 10,000 Pi. Now, be honest, do you even have that much Pi? And more importantly, will the market support that price? Final reality check. Pi Network is not a guaranteed opportunity. It's a high uncertainty bet. Most people are overestimating price, underestimating supply. When Pi Network hits major exchanges, people celebrate too early. Reality check. A listing alone can pump price short term, then early holders dump, price crashes. What actually matters? Multiple top-tier exchanges, not small ones. High daily trading volume, real liquidity. Tight spreads means real buyers exist. Signal to watch, consistent volume over weeks, not a one-day spike. Number 2, real-world usage. This is the big one. If nobody needs Pi, price dies. Simple. For $5, you need. Businesses pricing goods in Pi, people choosing Pi over cash fiat, at apps where Pi is required, not optional. Brutal truth, most crypto fails here. Early signal, not announcements, actual transactions happening, merchants refusing fiat discounts but accepting Pi. Number 3, developer ecosystem. No builders equals no value. A blockchain without apps is useless. You need active developers building dApps, tools that actually work, SDKs, APIs, etc. Users interacting with those apps daily. Signal. New apps gaining users without incentives. Developers staying even when hype drops. Number 4, supply control. This can kill everything. Here's where most people get wrecked. Millions of users, billions of Pi unlocked. If supply floods the market, price gets crushed instantly. For 5+ you need gradual unlock schedules, incentives to hold, not sell, mechanisms reducing circulating supply. Signal, lockups increasing, not decreasing, people choosing to hold even when price rises. Number 5, strong network effect. This is what made things like Bitcoin powerful. Pi needs a self-reinforcing ecosystem, users bringing users because it's useful, not hype. Signal, growth without referral spam, organic adoption, businesses, communities. Number 6, the moment that separates winners from losers. There will be a critical phase. Open trading plus unlocks happen at the same time. 2 possible outcomes. Scenario A, most likely in weak projects, everyone sells, price crashes, hype dies. Scenario B, rare but powerful, buyers absorb selling, price stabilizes, then trends upward. That is when you know Pi might actually be real. The early advantage strategy. What smart players watch. Don't watch YouTube hype, Twitter X speculation, GCV fantasy numbers. Watch volume versus selling pressure, real merchant adoption, developer retention, lockup behavior. Hard truth you need to accept. For Pi to hit $5, it must behave like a real economy, not a community project. And right now, it's still closer to a closed ecosystem experiment than a proven market asset. Final takeaway. If you wait until everyone says Pi is successful, you're already late. If you enter before proof, you're gambling. The end where people think, and you need to treat it as a dead or weak asset. Number 1. Open trading starts and price collapses fast. This is the first real test. What failure looks like. Price spikes briefly, then drops 70 to 90%. No strong recovery after weeks, months. Every pump gets sold instantly. Translation. There is no real demand, only early holders exiting. If this happens and persists, that's not a dip, that's a signal. Number 2, massive selling right after unlocks. Remember, millions of users hold Pi. Failure pattern. Unlock events equals huge sell waves. No buyers strong enough to absorb supply. Price keeps grinding downward. This means supply demand permanently. No asset survives that long term. Number 3, fake adoption. Announcements with no usage. This one traps a lot of people. Watch carefully. Partnership announced. Merchant accepts Pi. But no real transaction volume, no visible user activity. If adoption is real, you should see people actually buying, selling with Pi, not just screenshots and headlines. If it's all talk, it's marketing, not growth. Number 4, developers disappear. A strong ecosystem needs builders. Failure signs, few or no new apps. Existing apps have no users. Developers stop talking about Pi. Compare with real ecosystems like Ethereum. Constant new tools, active developer community. If Pi doesn't reach that level, it stagnates. Number 5, centralization problems. If control stays too tight, serious investors stay away. Warning signs, core team controls supply heavily, limited transparency, decisions not community-driven. Why it matters, big money avoids assets they don't trust. No big money, no big price. Number 6, liquidity illusion. Price means nothing if you can't sell. Danger signals, listed on small exchanges only. Low daily trading volume, large price gaps, spread. You might see $3 or $5, but can't actually sell at that price. That's a trap. Number 7, community stuck in fantasy mode. This is psychological but powerful. Red flag, people pushing unrealistic prices, $100, $1,000 plus, ignoring negative signals, attacking anyone questioning the project. When a community becomes an echo chamber, reality is already being ignored. Number 8, no clear reason to use Pi. Ask the simplest question. Why would someone choose Pi over cash or other crypto? If there's no strong answer, no unique advantage, no compelling use case. Then long-term value collapses. The brutal filter, use this always. If Pi has more sellers than buyers, has hype but no usage, has holders but no economy, it fails. The trap most people fall into. They think, open quote, I've already mined this much, I can't leave now, close quote. That's sunk cost thinking. Markets don't care what you invested, only what value exists now. Final mindset shift. Don't be emotionally attached to Pi. Treat it like a speculative asset. Stay if evidence improves, exit mentally if red flags stack up. If you want, I can flip this and show you a step-by-step strategy to actually profit from Pi, even if it never reaches crazy prices.